lost it.
And a whole bunch of other groups, Third Act, Mabel can say a bunch of other groups' names, who work out of North Carolina, and we're here to demand a ban to private jets, taxing frequent flyers, and making polluters pay on Valentine's Day. Ask for the wealthiest people in the wealthiest nations to stop their luxury emissions and help make a just transition. We're gonna head over, you can see all the planes, you can see cars behind us, but also the runways. We're gonna head over to the private terminal in a second, and we already handed out a few Valentines to people, letting them know what our demands are. They are literally flyers, and they come with chocolate. So we're gonna head over to the terminal now and meet one or two more people.
Thank you. What is going on?
We'd like to give you this Valentine.
Okay.
And
Love is in action. Love is action.
Love is action.
In action.
Exactly.
Oh, did you get that? That's terrible. Love in action.
Love in action. So
Okay.
we're a group of scientists who are trying to reduce the impact of private jet flights on increasing our emissions. I know.
Sorry.
No, it's a threat, and I think we all have to do our part to try and reduce the effect of emissions on our climate. So
Okay.
wanted you to have that. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Same to you. All right, you guys. Have a nice day.
You too.
That was kind of sweet, right?
Let's see.
Reaction, our world's on fire. Let's activate desire. Love in action is a positive reaction. Our love's on fire. Let's activate desire. Spreading deserts, rising seas.
Leads to climate refugees.
Leads to climate refugees.
Spreading deserts, rising seas.
Spreading deserts, rising seas.
Leads to climate refugees.
Leads to climate refugees.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a thing and then we'll go back to it.
Ban private jets.
Ban private jets, y'all. Okay, I don't know if people can hear me, but so we're Scientist Rebellion and a whole bunch of affiliated groups. I'll let people kind of go down the line and say what they, affiliate all of their groups with us. But we're in North Carolina. We're at the private jet terminal at Raleigh-Durham International Airport, where people are flying their private jets in and out every day. And we're here to protest the excess emissions of wealthy people in wealthy nations. It's really important to note that the great majority of emissions that have been emitted in the past and are currently being emitted are from wealthy people in wealthy nations. And one of the main issues with that is not only the luxury and the excess, which is what we're protesting. We absolutely can't afford to be emitting this much during this critical period where we're approaching 1.5 degrees Celsius, the Paris warming goal. But also the sort of disrespect that flying private jets shows for the land that we live on and the people who live on it.
A lot of parking spaces being taken, probably down 8,000 more spots, and they have a growth plan here right next to the park. Right next to the airport is a state park that's struggling to survive, so it's also a local issue as well. Cutting trees for more cars to go take more planes, on, and rail needs to be strengthened in this country and bought back and nationalized, as the workers know. So it's all combined. Revolutionary rail.
Make polluters pay. Take their private jets away. Make polluters pay. Take their private jets away. Make polluters pay. Take their private jets away. Make polluters pay. Take their private jets away.
Make the wealthy pay.
Make the wealthy
Jets
pay.
away.
Make the wealthy pay.
Take their private jets away. Make the wealthy pay.
Aviation represents 2.5% of global CO2 emissions, and 70% of the flights taken are by 15% of the people. And private jets and private jet fossil fuel reliance.
And private jets. Good. I am your police liaison today. My name is Rose.
How you doing?
I don't know.
Sergeant
We're gonna have to
Tuck.
do that.
Nice to meet you. What are you involved as well?
Okay, sounds good. So today we are, so we're a group, primarily scientist rebellion. We're a group of climate scientists, or scientists of a lot of different flavors, and local folks, you know, Triangle, Raging Grannies, and Third Act. So we're environmental groups. And so on Valentine's Day we've got a Love in Action protest, which has three demands. One is to ban private jets, another is to tax frequent flyers, and the third one is to fund a just transition for global South countries. And so, yeah, it's an environmental protest. It's a peaceful protest, and we're not planning to escalate from this situation.
Gotcha. Did you guys get a permit by chance? Did you reach out to RDU Airport, the authority?
We did not reach out to the RDU Airport.
Okay. You do understand that it's private property for public use. Business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
This is private property, but it is once again utilized for public use. So if you do
Understood.
have business out of this property, you're free to utilize the
I see.
property as you see fit.
I see.
You understand?
I understand. That makes sense.
Typically, when we have these types of peaceful protests,
Yeah.
you reach out to the RDU Airport, you give them the rundown on the personnel that are going to be out there.
Okay.
You get prior approval from them.
Okay.
They'll either grant you access or deny it
I see.
to the
Okay.
property to have the peaceful protest,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
But seeing as how there wasn't a permit
Right.
obtained, we might have to make contact with them and see what moves we have to make next. Okay. I understand it's peaceful. We're not looking to cause any further issues with you guys.
Sure. Okay.
I do have to reach out to the authorities.
That's understood.
But there is a
yeah.
peaceful way to go about
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
There's a way to reach out.
Right.
Valid permit. So.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm gonna speak with him real quick.
Okay. Sounds great. Thanks.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Love is the way. Ban private jets. Make them pay. Hold them accountable. Love is the way. Private jets have got to go. Hey, hey.
The whole situation. Obviously, he's a supervisor here at Atlantic Aviation.
Okay.
Once again, I would love for you to reach out to the airport authority and try to get a permit, go about it the proper way. Due to it being private property for public use, since you don't have the permit, we're going to have to ask you guys.
Okay. Are we, just to clarify, are we being asked to leave by the proprietor representative?
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
property? Okay, that's understood. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each person if they're ready to leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then come back to you with that information.
Awesome. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
great. So just give me a second. And then I also, do you mind if I don't think anyone's inside, but I might want to check to see if somebody is inside. But
We'll
okay,
check.
thank you.
We'll check.
Okay.
If you would.
So we are being asked by the proprietor to leave. Are you interested in leaving, or are you gonna stay here and try and?
I'm willing to stay, whatever the consensus is, but I'm willing to leave. I'm willing to stay.
Right. Sounds good. So we're being asked to leave by a private property. Are you going to stay here, or are you willing to leave at the warning?
Leave at the what?
Leave at the warning. Well, it's not necessarily a police warning, but we're being asked to leave by the proprietor.
So I can wait for the warning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if they're on the warning, but I will. Okay. By the proprietor of the building, are you interested in staying further, or are you ready to leave now?
Where's the proprietor of the building?
He is.
Oh, okay. See.
Have a heart, be smart, stop private jets. Have a heart, be smart, stop private jets. Have a heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Used to fly these in elementary school. Nobody's inside. Okay, I'll let her know.
I'm good, thank you.
Nobody's inside.
I'll stay. I don't care to be arrested, but I'll stay away.
Where's the proprietor here?
He's the owner. He already gave us the.
Sorry, what?
He's on the phone over there. He already told us that.
Okay. Does he own the building or?
He's the lead for the property.
Oh, I see.
He's running the business right now.
So you spoke with everyone individually?
I spoke with everyone.
What's the general consensus?
We've got 3 folks who are happy to leave right now, and then the rest of the folks are wondering if there's going to be a warning, like an official warning. This is the warning.
This is the warning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me re-communicate that because I think that will change some answers.
And can I say this to you, please?
Yes.
We just want to say that we respect what you guys are doing.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
And I know I don't want you guys to operate necessarily off of a desire because I understand the desire.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There is a need that supersedes that, and that's kind of where we are. If you could, perhaps everyone's listening now, we could just address them all at once. Maybe?
I can be quick. Let me just go through it because
Sure.
that's my training.
Okay, sure.
But
Sure.
Once you do that, we will get the time restraint though over the loudspeaker. That'll be like
understood. Yes, yeah, that's you're right.
Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day.
I can't get arrested.
Okay, this is
Yeah, yeah.
this is the warning.
Alright.
Leave.
Bye-bye.
This is the warning. Okay to leave. Yeah. Okay. This is the warning. This is the warning.
Okay. All
This
right.
is the warning. This is the okay. All right. See, that was a lot faster. Okay, I think we have a general
So we're
consensus
good.
that we're going to discuss.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Good luck to you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Did everyone get Valentines?
Thank you.
To
Yes.
the extent that it's
Happy
ethical for
Valentine's
you to
Day.
accept. I think you can. It's
Very
less
nice
than
of you guys.
10%.
Thank you so much.
And just for the future,
Yeah.
if you guys want to get a permit from RDU, all you do is go to RDU.com and fulfill a request on the website to be able to get a permit.
Okay.
And then the president himself will dictate whether.
Do you have a sense of how likely it is that such a request would be fulfilled?
I'm not over control of that. So,
Sure.
yes, ma'am. So that's something you have to speak with them. And then they actually give you a controlled area where you actually have that protest.
I see.
All right. So
Okay.
just go to, like I said, go to RDU.com and they have the list there. You file for a permit and it'll detail all the information for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Sounds
ma'am.
good.
All right.
Okay. So, all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, guys.
Ban private jets. Science rules, don't be fools. Ban private jets. Science rules, don't be fools. Ban private jets. Science rules, don't be fools. Ban private jets.
Science rules, don't be fools, ban private jets. Science rules. Very good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Private jets.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Take care.
I think we're doing the 26th.
Rose, that might have been the most polite protest dispersal I've ever seen.
So polite. I keep it 100. Well, it would have been nice to have a little bit more time, but I, also want to keep all the people and the babies out of jail today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the RDU Police Department. We're asking you to disperse the park property. You've been warned. This is 5 minutes.
Yeah, we have 3 main demands. One is to ban private jets, another is to tax frequent flying, and the third is to make polluters pay, which is a sort of slogan about canceling global South debt and trying to have wealthy nations and the wealthiest people in those nations fund a just transition to green energy. Yeah, so those are our kind of like science-backed demands, and so we're posting up outside of the private airport here, trying to hand out Valentines, like get people excited, and it's part of like a larger set of actions that are happening all over the world today by our group, the Scientist Rebellion, in collaboration with Extinction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it has to do with Valentine's Day and like.
Well, we picked Valentine's Day because we love the Earth, and we thought it would be a nice thematic day to try and like spread that love, but also spread a kind of specific message of like a better way that we can take care of the planet by making these changes, during this critical period when we have to transition away from a majority fossil fuel economy. Yeah.
Is that one of the existential threats to humanity, you think?
It is, yeah. I mean, so I was one of the reviewers of the last UN climate assessment report that came out, and it was really harrowing reading that and having a sense of exactly how much time we have left. Like, we're really getting close to the end of our carbon budget. Like, we expect to pass this like sort of safer level of warming, which is 1.5 degrees Celsius, sometime in the next 10-year period, at least temporarily. And so, yeah, we're really running out of time, which is why scientists like myself, like Jenny and Bridget, who's up back there somewhere, are sort of stepping out of the lab and into the streets, which is not something that we were trained to do, right? But yeah, we're trying to sort of take a more active role in science communication and really like let people know like this is real, like we have to sort of switch into emergency mode.
So what is different about our generation that those like Al Gore didn't know in the 80s? When they were warned, Al Gore thought the Earth was going to freeze over in the 80s. So what makes us different from, the sliver of human history that we have to go back on for data and facts? What makes you different from Al Gore?
Well, fossil fuel executives knew in the 50s that this was happening, and I think we have a lot of data to support this, and we can give you the data. I've been working on it for a long time.
Yeah, there's really good ice core measurements that go back, some hundreds of thousands of years that we can extrapolate to look at prior atmospheres to say that, carbon dioxide concentrations have been increasing now much faster than they ever have in the past because of fossil fuel burning. So part of it is about the level that we're at, which is unprecedented for human history. Not the history of Earth like as a whole, of course, but for, we've never lived in an environment like this before, like human civilization.
So we got the graph right here. So we got average mean temperatures by year.
Our
so you can see we're speeding up.
Yeah.
What's happening.
Yeah, so part of it is the level, and part of it's also the speed at which we're changing. And the sort of ecological tipping points that can be caused by going past a certain level of warming. So if you basically, once we pass like the kind of 1.5 degrees threshold, a lot of like Arctic sea ice melt, for example, becomes a lot more likely, rather than just possible. Like, what are the 4 major tipping points after 1.5? It's Arctic sea ice melt, permafrost melt, West Antarctic ice sheet collapse, Greenland ice sheet collapse. One more. Oh, coral reef die-off, which is already kind of happening. Yeah, so anyway. Do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Cool.
I'm always interested in the consistency part of it.
Totally, yeah.
Why are we concerned about global freezing just 20 years ago? Now we're concerned about global warming now.
Yeah, I think some people, 20 years ago didn't have the extent of the data that we have now, or the sort of like scientific consensus and understanding has really been building to like a pretty complete consensus over the past decades.
And actually 20 years ago I was 12 in Missouri, and I knew that climate change was a threat, so it's happening.
Yeah.
As an older person, let me just add, I'm not familiar with the claim you made about Al Gore. I respect him, though, for things like An Inconvenient Truth, which in my mind laid out very clearly in information, pictures, and so forth that something was happening on Earth. So I think the Climate Reality Project has been consistent in being concerned about climate change.
Then.
So anyway,
thank you for
talking
talking
to
us. Yeah.
Have a good day.
Oh man.
Private jets have got to go. Hey, hey.
Ho, ho. Private jets have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Private jets have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Private jets have got to go. Hey, hey.
I can. I mean, I don't know what you
Information
want.
for you, okay?
Sure, yeah.
So, the people people that handle the permits and stuff like that
Yeah.
are asking for your information so that they can so that when you get in contact with them, they know who you are.
Okay.
So if you got a card or anything like that?
If I'm not being detained.
No, you're not.
then,
No. So again, by the way, I'm Officer Mitchell.
Yeah.
And you are?
My name is Rose Abramoff. I said that earlier.
Rose?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
But I'm not
there.
gonna volunteer more information.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, the people that they actually handle the permits,
Yeah.
were actually asking for your information so they know,
Yeah.
who you are and your people.
Yeah,
as
I
far
understand that,
yes,
and I
ma'am.
appreciate that. I think the information of my like general identity and yeah, like the groups that we're affiliated with
Yes, ma'am.
will be are available.
No,
But,
I understand.
yeah.
So I mean, if you don't want to provide a card,
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
next time we get a permit, is that what you're saying?
But I
Say again?
appreciate that.
Next time we get a permit,
yes, ma'am, absolutely. So as I was explaining to her earlier,
we
go
ask
to-
for a
yeah.
permit and then they say yes or no?
So no, yes, ma'am. So you go on RD.com and file for the permit, and it's like they tell you the parameters and stuff like that.
All right, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So I mean,
yeah.
but that was it. So I was just
Okay.
trying to reach out to you.
No
and see if
worries.
you want it.
I
Okay,
appreciate
cool.
that.
And you said Rosie?
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Did you get a Valentine?
I'm sorry. Yeah. The young lady gave me a candy.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Can we give you one too?
I think she got one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have one. Get a chocolate for a second. It's the reward.
I love that everyone gets a Valentine. Oh, can I get one of those actually? Actually, can you unfurl one for me? Can I see what it says?
One of our members made it. Ban private jets, tax frequent flyers, make polluters pay. Make them pay.info. It's Scientist Rebellion. Worldwide demand. It would make a big difference. 5-10% worldwide emissions are private jets. And they get a chocolate.